Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Today is a really exciting one. Today is our tour of our Riviera themed island. I am so excited for this. We have spent most of the summer working on it and I'm so happy that it's finally done, and I'm so happy to bring you on a tour around it. So without further ado, let's get into the island tour. Let's look at the map first of all. Now, the map here is nothing exciting at all. I've used so many custom designs in the ground. The map just looks terrible. It looks like I haven't done anything to this island. I promise you I have. But yeah, the map isn't anything great. And our villagers that we have are Daisy, Goldie, because we kind of have to, right? Melba, Maple, Lily, Molly, Mary, Tangy, Bianca, and Olive. That's our villager lineup. Let's start at the airport. I feel like the airport's a good place to start. We have an orange airport, which, if I do say so myself, matches our theme perfectly. It's a Riviera themed island, and we have a lot of orange trees on the island, so it kind of makes sense. The first thing you see when you come to my island is this square. So this square has a fountain, some bikes, the telephone box, a clock. It's, just kind of the entrance square of the island, and you can walk through this part here and you get to resident services. I really like this road code that I used around here. It's the only place I actually use it on my island, but these crossings with the traffic light, love it. So this just goes around in a square. I really wanted to use some of the cars on this island, so I'm glad I got to use them. And look, we have a pink car. Like, hello, pink car. Yes, please. Okay, so I guess if we go through the square and you get to resident services, apparently it's a Saturday when I'm recording this. We've just got some simple trees and hedges around our resident services. Come off here to the left hand side, we've got some plant stands, little mopeds, some bikes. And just, general town items like a lamppost. I just wanted to make it feel like a rustic, south of France vibe. And yeah, I love the colours. The colours just work so well together. Like, I am obsessed. It's kind of hard for me to show it, but behind resident services, we actually have the medieval wall layered, and I think this looks so good. Like, originally I was only going to use this colour here, but then I started to mix all the colours together and I love how it came out. The only thing is I wish you could get a better picture of it, so I need to work on that. But yeah, it goes on both sides and it spans just up on the layer up above also. So if I head back over to where we were, this is like our shopping district. So we've got Nook's Cranny, and then we had the Able Sisters beside it, and again decorated with our benches, street lamps, our garden plant stands, some trees, some flowers. Just greenery and flowers is what we're going for here. I feel like there's so many different entrances to this, but beside resident services, then also we have our market. This was so fun to do. So this was inspired by a French market, and we've just got different stands for whatever your needs may be. We've got a flower stand, some bikes, people may have cycled to the market, a little bakery. Like, look how good they look. Bread, give me all the fresh bread. Yes, please. A little fruit stand, a little book stand, and then a little antique store almost. So there's a couple of entrances to this. So the one we came in, and you can also access it here directly from the entrance. Then on the beach, then we did a fish market also. So we have some stalls with some fish, and then I continued that down onto the beach. And these retro transportation stops are literally one of the best items ever. I love these, and using them flip backwards, it's just gorgeous. I love them. They really work so well in the fishing beach. Over to the other side then, we had this bike rental shop. I just thought this would be a good idea. I mean, if people are on holidays, maybe they want to rent a bike to go around the town. Also, I need to highlight here this custom design on the ground here that shows the tire marks in the sand. Our bestie Queen sent me this, and it just makes the bikes look so much better on the beach, and I feel like this is just the perfect finishing touch to this. So if you're putting bikes on the beach, I highly recommend. I will leave all the codes that I've used. I will try find them all and put them down below. Over then to this side of resident services then, this is kind of where we put some of our beach villas. So we've got some loungers on the sand, some bistro tables, and I am obsessed with how I decorated these houses. I love how they're all just a mismatch of colour, like proper colourful little beach huts. I absolutely love it. They all have a different roof colour, a different door colour, and I just love how they all work together. Beside each of them then we just have these little tree displays, and this again is just off to the right of resident services with a little pathway in between each. Here then we have another little pathway lined with flowers, and we have some more houses. We also have a lily working out, and we've just placed some items outside. I love walking down these little narrow paths. I love how I've enclosed it with flowers and bushes, so it feels like closed in, but it's just so peaceful. We have a area just full of orange trees because I love these orange trees in the game. Here we have a rock that I probably should get rid of. It's kind of in the way, but again, more orange trees. And this here then leads down to this kind of outdoor seating area opposite our orange orchard with our little shop that sells all the orange base goods that you could need. I love all of these items and I think they all work so well together. This was one of the first areas we actually worked on for this island, and I still love it. I love how it's turned out. And then with the backdrop of the orange orchard, which is just stunning, if I do say so myself, like just oranges. Love it. Out here then to the right on this beach then is, I guess, a kind of secret wedding destination spot. So I feel like a lot of people tend to fly out to the south of France for weddings or Italy, and I thought we'd make a little wedding beach spot on this island because I really just wanted to use these candles. I think they're so gorgeous. We all know how I feel about these Casablanca lilies. And yeah, I'd never used these wedding items before, so I thought, why not use them here? It's the perfect spot for a destination wedding. So that is what we put there. If we come over here then, again, one of the areas I first worked on, and I absolutely love this. I feel like this is what made me fall in love with this whole Riviera kind of theme. So it's the houses along the boardwalk. Again, we've just layered all different colours, all different umbrellas, and this is inspired by a picture I actually took where I live, and it had all the different coloured umbrellas by the riverfront as part of a restaurant, and I was like, I need to do that. The back bit was actually inspired by a picture that I saw on Instagram. I will leave the details down below for where this inspiration came from, but the colours just layered together. It is gorgeous. Like, I absolutely love this, and every time I look up here I am obsessed, absolutely obsessed. So I mentioned the boardwalk, and yeah, this is our little boardwalk area. So we've got this custom design to make it look like a boardwalk with the water, and I love it. And we've placed a load of colourful yachts around it, you know. We're living the lavish life here, you know. We're feeling expensive. Up here then, it's kind of like a viewing point, so it's 2 different levels, and it's just, again, imagine the cobbled streets that you would have abroad in the south of France, lined with different cafes and little stands and benches, and it's just the perfect cozy dream. This is the top level then. Again, it's just lined with benches. We have our lovely viewing point, which I am obsessed with that view. You can see the yachts, the benches, the boardwalk. Love it. And over here then we have our own little street artist where you can come and get your portrait painted. I love layering items. I think that's one of my favorite things to do in this game, is layer different items. The paint cans just set this off. Like, I love this little cozy corner up here. And then yeah, you continue around. We've got a little ice cream shop. We've just got some bins. Does anybody else love the garbage bins and the trash bags? Like, it's a trash bag, I know, but I love that item. And then again, you can just come back down onto the boardwalk. I just feel like this island makes me feel like I am on holidays, so I think that's why I love it so much, because it's just an escapism. Okay, so if we come then over this little bridge here, if anybody watched the mood board for this island that I put up before we even started, this is where the mood board was, and I originally intended on taking it down, but I don't know, it just fit in so well, so I actually kept it, changed it up a little bit, but this is the original mood board. And the idea for this area was just to create like a cozy, windy cobble streets. And how rude is this custom design to just do that? Okay, well that's something that needs to be fixed. At least I've noticed it now before I save the dream address. Imagine that that is also a lovely pink window, okay? But yeah, this corner is just beautiful. I love how everything matches here. The peacock chair with the green cushion, the green umbrella. It's stunning. You just come down this windy little street, and this also connects then to the boardwalk, and I'm obsessed. You can just sit on the many benches that we do have on this island and just, you know, relax, take in the view, breathe in the fresh air. And then if you come over here then, we have this kind of long alleyway or walkway. I guess it's not an alleyway, it's more like an avenue. And this actually leads to the restaurant that is beside our lavender field. So it's a cozy little restaurant. These tables with this green customization, I'm obsessed. And I only discovered that we have a bread basket that we can customize with a green napkin. Like, I love this. And yeah, it's just a nice little restaurant with private access to the lavender field. And then again, this is actually just here beside our colourful housing area. So it all kind of interconnects together, and you just have the cozy little streets that you might find abroad. I love it. So we had our restaurant, and then if you come out of the restaurant this way, you actually come into, I guess, almost like a wine bar. Like, you know, if you don't want to go the full hog and have a meal, you could just come for a glass of wine, or you wait here until your table is ready and you enjoy the gorgeous views of the lavender fields. Now I know I'm running through them right now, but this is stunning. Like, these flowers, the color, it's just a vibe. I love it. I love how I use the dark colors here with the furniture and the till. It just, I don't know, it feels really like fancy, I guess. Here we have Daisy's house, and the idea here is that Daisy is, I guess, the owner of this area. Like, she is a fancy business lady, and that is her house. This was done towards the end. This was just an empty square, and then I had the idea to put a fountain in the middle and to put kind of little shops around it. So again, we have another orange based stall. We have a lavender kind of stall. So imagine these are dried bunches of lavender and they're for sale. Obviously, you know, part of the lavender field. And these little like crates, stunning. And we have them in the background there as well. To the left, you can see for the wine, and they're full of grapes. Absolutely stunning. Like, such a good custom design. Like, I've never actually used the umbrellas in this way before, but I love it. And then over here as well, we have like a like pottery area. Again, these items are so good. Like, these decorative plates, I love them. We've got a little pottery sign in the square, and just, you know, general pottery items. Like, I love this little square because it really does remind me of a little street that you would pop, you know, down on holidays, and you could get some little like trinkets to take home, some little souvenirs, taste the local juice, you know. And then down here then we have our museum with our little tourist information area right beside it. So we have some like magazines. Imagining that this is like a leaflet stand with all the local attractions, and yeah, I think it works well. We also have customized on the t-shirt there is the island flag. So it's kind of like, you know, a little souvenir for the island. We have our museum again. We just have benches. We've got some bins with the trash bag because we love the trash bag. Here then is another like cozy enclosed pathway lined with flowers, and this leads in then to a mini little neighborhood area. So these again are more holiday villas, again lovely and colorful, and this is just where people can, you know, rent them. They're near the beach, perfect spot for your vacation. The campsite is something I didn't really do anything with because I didn't really have any room for it elsewhere, but I guess it kind of works here, you know? This is like the holiday villa and somebody could want to camp, so it makes sense. And then we have, last but not least, the beach loungers that we are calling the 500 chair. So if anyone was watching the stream when I was decorating this beach with these amazing parasol beach lounge chairs, this is where we hit 500 subscribers. So these chairs are the 500 subscriber chair and they just mean a lot to me, and every time I see them that's what I think of. So yeah, they have quickly become one of my favorite items in the game. Like, look how colorful they are. The umbrellas, stunning. Again, this was inspired by a picture I'd seen, I think it was of the Italian Riviera, and the beach is just like covered in all different parasols of different colors, and it just looks so colorful and so inviting. So I had to include that on one of my beaches. And I guess that kind of concludes the tour. I loved working on this island. Like, this theme brought me joy every time I turned on my Switch and every time I went to decorate. I just feel like it was so bright, so colorful, so summery. I loved working on this, and thank you so much to everybody who was on stream with me while I was decorating this island. This island is a special one. It's the 500 sub island and it turned out so well. Like, this island just reminds me of holidays, and if you visit this island I hope you also feel like you're on holiday. I will have the dream address down below if you would like to visit. You are so welcome, and share your photos with me that you take there. I would love to see you over on my island. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and I will see you next time. Bye!